Everyone on TikTok is calling me an old Tom Cruise.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can I have my branch chain on fast days?
Right.
Well, you're not the first person to think of this.
Right. Dieting doesn't need to be unenjoyable.
Ya estoy bien titulando en una empresa del sur de 40 recent study the gym. That means I'm on day 68 of the 30-day blitz. It has been a life-changing experience. Thank you so much, Mike.
There we go.
That's important.
See, I paying attention to this sort of thing. One thing I am noticing is I'm not enough in the screen over
I
there.
mean, make sure you are muted, though. I have
Yes.
before you.
Yeah.
Before you start saying stuff.
You're being
All right, so let's do that again though with the book on the dry out. I'm just curious on the aspect of, have you noticed on your books that they want to hold it?
Yes, for
Okay.
sure. There's something that we have lost in our culture, in our society, and
I think I know what you're gonna say. Before you say that, I just want to give a prefix to this.
okay.
So we're talking about books, and one thing I was curious about is, are books outdated for the new generation? They just want it on their phone, an ebook and stuff. I'm old school. I'm so old school that I still have coffee table books. So like,
He doesn't read any of them.
so a couple of them is
Large photos.
this is from a huge photographer, but it's just a coffee table book. Now, you guys know that like when it comes to food, I don't share. So anyways, this morning he showed up. Look at this. Look at that. How badass is that?
Auntie Anita went out and got that. Yeah, dude, there were so many of them.
So he
like
snagged this,
7.
but then he bought a new one and brought it over today. So he started collecting
Okay,
in the 90s.
Clark is required in the nanotest crew. Love you. What is that?
Where?
Gerdial. What?
Right here. I got it.
Clark is Geritol recommended or required in the nanotest group. I don't know what. Geritol? Oh, Geritol. Is that what you're asking for? Yes, Darren. Geritol is a requirement.
What's the old folks card? The AA?
The AARP. Yeah, I got one of those in the mail, actually. I did. So, but you know what? It's all right. You know what's so funny? Everyone on TikTok is calling me an old Tom Cruise.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm like, wait a minute. Tom Cruise is older than me for one, and Risky Business was 30 years ago. I think people are remembering him 30 years ago, not realizing that he is actually getting older too. I appreciate the comment, right? I think I'm better looking than Tom Cruise, but
You ready for this?
yeah.
Some months back, I was talking about longevity and stuff, and I said, because I like the acting and stuff like this, and those guys impress me more than the fitness guys do. And so people like Jennifer Lopez, 54, Matthew McConaughey, 50, Tom Cruise, 58, Hugh Jackman, 50. So all these guys are like in their 50s, and almost Tom Cruise, I think, is one of the very best. So I said something like, I want to be like Tom Cruise in another 6-7 years. That's fucking badass. Yes, Geritol is required with this man's group.
Ya estoy bien titulando en una empresa del sur de 40 recent study the gym. Con 68 años digo entrado como en la verga escuela. That means I'm on day 68 of the 30-day blitz. It has been a life-changing experience. Thank you so much, Mike.
I'd like you to show this to the people. So that's not showing it to the people. That's a jar. Are you an idiot? You ever done TV before? All right, so this is Mona's overnight oats. Ooh-wee. If you guys ever seen her cook this bad boy up.
Okay, here we go. It's full to the top.
So here's the cool thing about this.
No, stop. Wait a minute.
Right, go.
I don't know exactly what's in here, but whatever he's about to tell you, go to the YouTube recipe, download the PDF, the book, because there's something in here that's subtle, like vanilla or some flavor.
What's subtle? Oh,
There's a subtle flavor in here that they need to go to the YouTube to watch. or they download the
I
PDF
can't
because,
give you that recipe.
well, they can get the recipe somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They got to buy the PDF. Oh man.
Well, Jeffrey, will you get one of your famous shots? I'll be right back.
Wow.
Explain to these people
So
that.
but dieting doesn't need to be unenjoyable. This I know because it's in this home that it is something that fits the, I hate to use this word because it's such an industry word. Mike would smack me if he was sitting here right now. But it fits the macros of what is probably in your program that you have from Mike. So if you're on the 30-day blitz, this probably isn't something that you would use on the 30-day blitz, except on your high day. So on your day on Sunday, this would be something that I would highly recommend that you enjoy. And look, I've had these before, but this is different. There's words that I want to use that I don't like creamy. I don't like that word, but that's the only way to use to describe this.
All right. So, great news. Clark is here today. Here's the great thing about today. Clark came up, left his place around 5 o'clock ish. I got my first workout in. We're starting an early day today. We have to be closing shop today early. With that being said, we got some incredible news. Are you guys ready for this? Bcaa threw out a challenge against the Titan series. And we already have a challenge with somebody else's group, Nano Tennis. Okay, throw the bicep in there. Don't pull back. Tom Cruise don't got that. No. And so what we're going to do is Whitney Reed, the smack talker Whitney Reed, his birthday is on May 3rd, which was really great timing because the end of the Titan Challenge 2 is May 1st. So this kind of all works out perfect. Now, what the great news is, after working with my boy Clarky here, I booked another movie.
Let's go.
And so I film this movie in 3 weeks, which works out perfect again. So I'm going to do another extreme push with a dry out at the end to not only be in the best shape for this movie, better than ever, also to compete against this guy's group and the other guy's group and take them all down. Now, this is not a competition against them themselves. It is a competition of each individual being better than what they were. So if a guy comes in the next 3 weeks at 300 pounds and somehow he slices up to 198 pounds and looks ridiculous, you beat everybody. If a woman comes in at 200 pounds, the next thing you know, and she just had a child 6 months ago and she slices up, gets on stage, she beats everybody. You know what I mean? So it's the individual. It's not technically the team or the person versus the person. So it's Greek yogurt. Mm-hmm. It is 3 scoops of my protein. It is vanilla extract.
Vanilla extract.
See, I called the vanilla. That was the first thing I sensed was
It's a
vanilla.
banana that's smashed in there.
Banana smashed in there.
A cocoa. I put a cocoa powder.
1 cup of oatmeal. So what's crazy is you don't think when you cook a cup of oatmeal, it's a lot bigger than that, right? And so you're like, well, how do you get 3 scoops of protein, a cup of oatmeal, all that fruit? It's because it doesn't cook.
Right, so it's not.
It expands or cooks, in a sense, in the refrigerator overnight. Overnight oats.
Overnight oats.
So
Filling AF.
it is filling. Because so like when I go into a fast or something or depletion like I've been doing, right? And then Sunday mornings are my high day. And so unfortunately, when you're in a fast will make you so you don't sleep well. I'll wake up Sunday morning, honestly, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll come downstairs and she'll have 3 of these made for me, and I'll eat 1 and I'll finally pass out. And it just feeds the body, and the body just whoop. And I finally get that good deep sleep, and I wake up and it's just like veins and muscles are filled out and recovered. It's a beautiful thing.
This is good stuff, man.
It's great, right?
Try it out for real, because there's all sorts of different recipes for these, but this one's a really good one. I've tried
And made with
a few
love.
before, made with love, and there's a little bit of breast milk in there too.
A little breast milk. Yeah.
Gotta have that.
Wonder Woman's breast milk. Okay, so we're gonna do an opening video. That way, everybody that gets into the new Titan crew. I know that Jeffrey and I saw a lot of stuff, and you saw it too with a group. When people get into groups, there's some guidelines, and most people just bypass the guidelines. They don't read them.
Which is unfortunate, because that'll get you blocked and kicked out and not being a part of it. Look, it's not hard to.
Go on michaelhearn.com and look at the blitz. Sorry, go on.
There you go. That's it. We talk about this all the time. There's a little bit of frustration that comes with writing content and providing information for people, so we're not constantly repeating ourselves. We'll answer the questions that are really valid ones, but if something is there clearly that you can find out for yourself, it's important. Fill out those 4 questions, read the rules and regulations, abide by them, keep it positive, keep it fun, keep it encouraging. I just had a few of my guys come over in my group. We actually got to meet.
I saw photos and everything. That was pretty badass.
It was so fun. I mean, these guys worked out. We had competitions. I gave away prizes. It was just all just impromptu. We did it as it happened. But the beauty of it was, these guys are in smaller huddles and they got to meet each other in person. And it was such a beautiful connection, and it was great. And the feedback that I got from the guys that actually take advantage of what we're doing here was priceless and only added fuel to my fire. And that's what it does. For a coach, for someone that's in the position that Mike and I are in, to get that feedback from you really helps us continue to push, because the truth is, we're human beings too, right? And like Mike said, yeah, sometimes.
But no, the reason why I say no, you're not, is because they think that your point about the questions that asked and answered, the person that says, hey, can I have my branch chain on fast days?
Right.
Well, you're not the first person to think of this.
Right. Yeah.
But to each individual, this has never been asked before.
Right.
So somebody just this morning said, hey, I saw one video of your reset diet and I didn't see the rest of them.
Okay.
Okay. Take a guess without even knowing, where's the rest of them?
Right. In the same place.
Exactly.
It's probably a library or a repository.
It is a
of that.
complete library, and also each of them followed each other. Rest,
Yeah, so do this one, do that one,
reset
do
day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, with that being said, we're going to put up a video just to kind of really help you guys out in the new Titan crew, and get you guys really fired up.
So I want to highlight Mary right now. The Titan crew is just so motivating and inspiring. We've become such a tight-knit family who respect and support each other, love our Titan brothers and sisters. Boom, that's what it's all about right there.
So the gathering that you did, right?
Yes.
We did that, what was it now, Jeffrey, 2 years ago?
Which part?
The Titan crew. We got an invite to everybody for free to come down to Gold's Gym Venice. We had the whole gym doors to the Titan crew. Everybody had their shirts on, and we just worked out, had fun, and I brought some celebrities in to help train them. And it was such a fun, we had like groups of 5, and there was like 7 or 8 groups. And we had a celebrity with each of them. And then we went through workouts and everybody hanging out, and then we went out to eat afterwards. And it was just a blast. But the bond they have meeting in person.
Yeah, I wonder why I wasn't there though.
Oh, I asked
Yeah,
you,
I didn't
and you
level
said,
up to the
no, I can't make it to your birthday. Maybe we'll do
celebrity
something
level.
after that. God, I don't like crowds. But in some sense like that.
That sounds like me. I won't deny it.
Bobo, hey man, thanks for the call last night. Hey, will you block Bobo? Done.
Going through power bodybuilding, it feels weird having so many days off, but love it so far.
Yeah. So he's like a muscular Heath Evans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Big traps like that and everything.
Wow.
And a better sense of humor.
When he shows up to the workout.
And he shows up and he does the workouts. And this man actually has a job relative to Heath Evans. Okay.
That's saying a lot.
That's in line. All right. You guys do need to try the overnight oats on a refeed day, a fill out, a high day.